How's it going, church family? Scott here with your Thursday daily devotional. Well, as I record this, I am just getting home from day 4 of VBS, and it has been such a absolute blast. It's hard to believe that tomorrow is the last day. It's family day, and we're going to be celebrating our kids and all of the things that they have been learning and doing. And so I really hope to see all of you out there for that. But this week has just been a complete blur. And it's probably the busiest week that I've had since quarantine. And after a year like 2020, I don't think I'll ever complain about it being too busy again. Well, if you have been following along with me on my Thursday daily devos, you will know that I've been walking us through the book Beautiful Outlaw by John Eldredge. But today, I thought I would take a quick detour and resume with the book next week and give you a little bit of a preview of what the kids at Vacation Bible School have been learning about this week. And they've been learning about construction. More specifically, how important it is for a building to have a very strong foundation. And just like a tall building, we need to have a strong foundation in our lives. Jesus talked about the importance of having that strong foundation in Matthew 7:25 through 27. And I'd like to read that for you as we get started. This passage, it's right at the end of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. Pastor, sorry if I'm stepping on your toes a little bit. I promise I'll save you a little bit. But yeah, let me just go ahead and read this for us, and then we'll chat a little bit. So Matthew 7:25 through 27. It reads like this. If I can get to the page. There it is. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, and the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash. Like I said, he writes these words at the conclusion of his Sermon on the Mount. He tells us that when we put into practice the things that he says, when we obey his commands and live our lives modeled after the example that Christ gives us, it is as if we've built our house on the rock with that very strong foundation. And that house isn't going anywhere, no matter what happens. When the trials of life come our way, we can stand strong. We can endure because we have built our lives around Jesus. But he also gives a warning to those who reject his commands, who hear what he has to say, but like, oh man, maybe that's not for me. He says that those folks, when the same storms come, they're not able to endure. They get washed away. I want to encourage you that if you have not given your life to Jesus, would you make today that day that you surrender your life to him? I'm not going to say that if you come to Jesus, you'll never experience storms. Just like the house in our story, storms of life will come your way, but whether or not you endure those storms is dependent on the foundation that you have laid. Will you build your life on your career or your wealth or your possessions? Maybe you build your life around your family or maybe on worldly ideologies. And none of those things are necessarily bad things in and of themselves. But none of those things will last either. And it's only Christ that can provide the strength and endurance for us to navigate the most grisliest of storms. Well, I hope that you've gotten some value out of today's devotion. If you want to learn more about how to give your life to Christ, I hope that you contact the church. We'd love to walk you through a plan of salvation. In a nutshell, all you have to do is pray to God and say that you acknowledge that you are a sinner and that there's nothing that you can do to to restore your relationship with God, and that Jesus, he lived the perfect life that we couldn't live. And he paid the price and took the punishment for us that we were supposed to take, so that we can be restored to God. And so just pray that you acknowledge that you're imperfect, and that Jesus is perfect, and that you accept that free gift of salvation, and that you will make him Lord of your life, and that you will build your life on that strong foundation of Jesus Christ and his teachings and his example. Well, have an amazing rest of your week, church family. I hope to see you all tomorrow. And I really definitely hope to see you all on Sunday morning. It has been such a joy to see you guys. We are filling up our auditorium. And it seems like every single week we have more and more people, and it's been such a joy to see some faces that I haven't seen in like a year and a half. So anyway, God bless you all. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll hope to see you soon.